live, recording this right now. It is Monday, January 12th, sometime in the morning right now. Dylan and Connor are here. NFL wildcard weekend reaction. We'll dive into the games in a second. Dylan, how you doing, man?
How am I doing?
How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing great. This is we're going to talk about the Saturday games. That already feels like it was
a month ago.
Months ago. Lots of good games. I think we're going to have plenty to talk about. I love the cup. That's an awesome cup. Where'd you get that?
I was muted. I didn't want people to hear me sipping. Got it in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What were you doing over there?
Charlotte FC event.
Yes.
No.
Clearly the Hurricanes maybe were playing, right?
No, I think I was watching Bryce Young play in a playoff game and play well in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
interesting.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take.
Okay. All right. I'm interested to hear about that because I also watched Bryce Young play in a playoff game, and it was not great. But
I don't know what you were watching then. Somebody's
Wait. How are you doing, Carter? Rough weekend. And let's not even talk. Listen, this is a football show. Let's not even talk about the fact that BYU squeaks out a win against Utah. You said you wanted them to beat them by 30. I mean, this was squeaks out a eek, just like squeaked, just like that. Woo.
Squeak.
I mean, it's still a win. I'm not going to take that away, but
it's a long weekend. I'm almost dead. I've got no sleep. It's bad.
Can I give you?
I like that, Dylan. You said Karter always asks, how we're doing, what's up with us, and we got to return the favor every now and then.
Yeah, and it's not just a platonic like, oh, how are you? It's I actually care.
Oh, I'm better.
So
Saturday night I wasn't.
I had something I was going to say. We were talking about
tired.
BYU. I can't remember.
I'm just tired. BYU basketball's killing me, man. These late tip-offs are just going to be the death of me.
It's no fun, is it?
West Coast teams living on the East Coast. It's the worst thing on planet Earth.
Can I commend you for something?
Sure.
I'm usually the first one to call out your wrongdoings. I want to be the first one to congratulate you. Thank you for not blaming the refs for the Panthers' loss.
Well,
3 points, you could probably 3 points. You could probably get away with it. I am glad so far you have not. Now the reaction TikTok saying that Bryce Young is the second coming of Jesus Christ and the Panthers are set up in
I didn't say that. I
fashion.
didn't bring out the J man.
That was I'm paraphrasing. But that's essentially what you
said. Illegal blasphemy.
That is essentially what you said. No, Jesus was a lot taller. Jesus was taller.
I'll sue you.
He was taller, and the propaganda that you're spreading from the KarterKast socials for Panthers fans, like there's part of me that gets the content game. What?
This is the end. The Panther clips are over.
Well, the season, I would hope so. Well, they're not playing football anymore. The season's over.
Maybe at the draft when they draft, some edge rusher, Tits McGee from wherever, and I'm like, this guy's going to be the next Myles Garrett.
Yeah, what, round pick 13, draft purgatory? Yeah, that's when we'll talk about the Panthers next. But I want to applaud you. Number one, content, pandering to the Panthers fans. That content always does. It's like, anybody here watch Pluribus or I guess Stranger Things kind of with the hive mind? It's like they all share the same brain. All the Panthers fans do. So it's like you say one good thing about the Panthers, and they all just come swarming. It's like the algorithm finds them, and they just come swarming to our content. So I commend you for that, but also the things you said in that video. Like the Panthers, the South runs through the Panthers now. What?
It does. Yeah, how does it not? NFC South.
The Saints had to lose for you guys to get into the playoffs.
Who won the division?
You did.
That's all you got to know.
But that doesn't.
Who won it?
If we can take the past and just say that it's going to keep repeating itself.
Who won it?
Dylan.
Just because no. Just because they won it last year, it runs through Charlotte. It goes through the champion.
I mean,
the Super Bowl went through Philly this year. We saw how that ended right now. I mean, it could change, but as of now, the NFC South runs through Charlotte, North Carolina. That is a fact.
perhaps we have different views on what that phrase means. To me, that means that there's an entity that is a dominating force that you have to beat them. You're probably defending champions. But the NFC South, let's be honest.
Dylan's got a lot of different...
If Kirk is the starting quarterback for the Falcons, then it runs through Atlanta. I got that swag.
Dylan, we got a lot of different definitions of ran through, so we'll move on from there. How about that?
We're talking about road running through Carolina. What is it, like Adventure Landing or like Celebration Station mini golf? Like that's the road of the NFC South. It's like Winnie Hut Jr. at the end.
Winnie Hut Generals.
Winnie Hut Generals.
NFC South is going to be good next year. Can I get?
No, they're not. Why? Why are they going?
Can I get two predictions out early? They're not going to be that good because I lied.
Yeah.
My two predictions are: one, Tyler Shuck is going to be benched by week 7.
Really?
Wow, you're not a mother shucker.
I'm
Okay.
anti-shucking.
Okay.
I think you should wait till marriage to shuck.
It's good.
And he has not reached that
call.
second contract yet. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually don't like that.
What's the other take?
that the Bucks will also be fighting for last place in the division with the Saints. I think this division is going to be Atlanta, Carolina next year.
Yeah.
And what team are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of Carolina, but I think Atlanta might. I'm waiting to see who this Atlanta coach is going to be. That makes a lot of decisions for me.
You set Jeff Benson down in Circus Sports, and you ask him what a hypothetical line is for the NFC South next year. Panthers have got to be at least minus 170 right now, minus 180 for next year. Just blind right now. Have to.
It's probably true. Shout out Jeff.
Are we starting there, or are we starting with the most recent game? What Mr. Host?
I kind of vote we go most recent games because Saturday games are forever ago, and we'll dive into those. And I'm sure the Rams-Panthers one will last a while and whatnot. So I think we close with that one.
It's good awareness. That's good. That's good instincts right there. He's been doing this a long time, Dylan. A lot of shows. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
A lot of shows.
A lot of different
shows.
I'm still recovering. We got right on here and just jumped right into the recording. I was like, Karter, take me out to breakfast first. Like, butter me up a little bit. We just hit the record button. I feel stunned right now.
We're normally good for a solid 30 minutes of pulling up stats and talking, I mean, 5 minutes from into studio to record time?
Saying the most cancelable things of all time before hitting the record button.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's probably true. If the Riverside knows a lot of secrets.
The Riverside AI. Yeah.
Yeah. If the NSA is watching, they know a lot.
Oh, man. Well, Connor, I'll take you out to a nice little Cagney's breakfast. How about that?
That's what I like to hear.
What's
That's
Cagney's?
what I like to hear.
A little place
Great breakfast spot, Dylan.
Near the crib.
Where?
Carterville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
He just
pop
doxed
shop.
himself.
Like people didn't know.
No, he's going to have Panthers fans at his door giving him kisses and trying to knock his door down, trying to give him big old kisses on the lips. It's the opposite of me. I got Texans fans Googling my address.
I'll take the kisses on the cheek. I don't want them on the lips.
I'm not saying you're going to have a choice. Those Panthers fans, I don't know how big of. No, not going to say that. That'll get me in trouble. There's a lot of Panthers
pre-show.
fans.
That's a pre-show comment.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have hit record. Not going to say that.
All right,
Next.
let's talk about the football. Let's go Sunday Night Football. Pats Chargers, the worst game of this weekend. This game stunk. And it's not because it was two defenses playing well, because that can be entertaining, that can be a fun game. It was bad quarterback play in this game. Guys were open. Both these quarterbacks were missing dudes. They were seeing ghosts. In the first half of this game, Drake May and especially Justin Herbert, they were scared. They were way too scared and conservative to start off this game. And eventually, Drake May's offensive line was a little bit better, and Drake May's ability to get out of the pocket was a little bit better. That was the difference in the end. But, man, this was awful, Connor.
Yeah, I would agree. And, we can always go back to, if you're a Chargers fan, if Herbert had the full O-line, if Joe Alt was playing, if Slater was playing on the outside, it's stuff like that. I get it. You can point to that. Hampton clearly wasn't healthy. I don't even know why he was active. He barely touched the field last night. But I think more than anything, it comes down to the Chargers' inability to take advantage of a Patriots' slow start and Drake May's first playoff start and settling in and kind of getting a grasp on, the playoffs is a different ballgame. And for his first start like that, even though it's at home, the Chargers had to have gotten out to an early lead if they wanted any shot in that game. And to go 1 for 10 on third down, for Herbert to get sacked 5 times and throw for 160 yards, it's just not going to cut it. It's not enough. So when it's that close, and as the game continues to progress, and Drake May, who is an MVP favorite, gets comfortable, it's kind of what happens. And I think that's what you have to hang your hat on if you're the Chargers is we didn't do enough early in this game.
For me, number one, the Patriots at the end of the game just sending 6+ home every single – that's mean. For Mike Vrabel, if you're watching, mean. You know what you were doing, mean.
Hey, injured, by the way. He's got a busted lip, so calm down calling him out.
I did see that. That was kind of wild. But that's Mike Vrabel. Abby actually watched the end of this game with me while we were in bed, and we were reminiscing about the Mike Vrabel days in Tennessee. I want to see him do well because we did him wrong. But anyway, I think what's interesting here, I hate to say it, I love Jim Harbaugh. I think coaching played a very big part in this. This Chargers defense, in terms of stopping the run, we knew ahead of this matchup as one of the best in the NFL. And the Patriots tried to run the ball, didn't have much success. Stevenson had 53, Henderson had 27. They schemed around that when they realized that that was not going to work. When you see the Patriots getting home on Herbert just about every other play, you have opportunities to scheme something up to avoid that. And that never really seemed to happen for the Chargers. And that's why they scored 3 points. That's why they offensively looked inept. So I wanted the Chargers to win. It was Harbaugh, Vrabel, my two loves. Good for the Patriots. I kind of like either the Steelers or the Texans moving forward, though, in that matchup. I'll be honest.
I don't like the Steelers. I do like if the Texans win. I think I'm going Texans over the Pats. If we're being honest,
I wrote that down as well. I think that Texans defense is going to be a couple of steps up from what they saw last night. That Chargers defense.
Yeah, and the Pats aren't going to have the luxury of Justin Herbert taking the most awful sacks. You're like, how is he still standing up right now? He should be dead on the field right now. He was getting obliterated last night, and Herbert is just missing dudes. And I think you're right, Dylan. It does come from Harbaugh's got to take accountability for this, and I'm sure he did in the post game and everything, but. Like, there were just certain things, like Chris Collinsworth called it out perfectly at the end there when they're running the hurry up. And why is Harbaugh subbing? Like, why are you allowing the Pats to bring on a new pass rush, guys who are out of, like, that's the whole point of a hurry up offense is to make the defense tired. And then you're giving them a reason they can put out a whole new defense just so Keenan Allen can get off the field. What are you doing there? Just piss poor stuff like that. And it took them until the final drive when Gadsden's having a crossing route over the middle to realize, when they're sending 6+ at us, just have someone with a crossing route right there and have a check down right there so Herbert can get it out quick. It was kind of simple stuff like that was mind-numbing. And then on top of that, Herbert was missing dudes all night.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to be honest, like, I understand, like, Drake May, when you look at the final stats, like, 268, 66 rush yards, and he made some plays here and there and whatnot. I didn't think Drake May was good at all in this game, if we're being honest. He missed Austin Hooper on a wide-open touchdown, and he made some errant throws. He made some bad decisions. I wasn't impressed with either team in this one, and neither of these teams are Super Bowl contenders.
Can I go positive for the Patriots? Christian
Got out of this
Gonzalez
game
was
alive?
Well, that's true too. Christian Gonzalez was amazing. Quentin Johnson targeted 3 times. I think 1 tight window, 2 pass breakups. He looked great. I know he left a little bit with an injury, but if you're the Patriots, you're at least taking that away. That was a good performance. Will Campbell, on the other hand, holy cow, Khalil Mack had him in a blender all game. And listen, if they end up playing the Texans, we don't need to go too much preview. What is he going to do with those Texans edge rushers? If Khalil Mack, the retirement home, Khalil Mack is owning Will Campbell. Like,
his arms can't reach him. Wasn't that the thing coming out of the draft? His arms are too short. He can't reach him out there. Khalil Mack gets too much of an angle.
Oh, brother. I think there's pros and cons to take away from the Patriots' performance. I'll go ahead and say it. I had the worst. This was by far the worst NFL gambling weekend of my life. So I couldn't get a thing right. I don't know.
There were points?
No, I hardly took the one under I bet hit 49ers Eagles. I had Chargers in this one. I had Packers. I had Jags. 49ers game was the one I felt least confident about, and that's the only one I hit.
Well, you know what happened this weekend, Dylan? It's what I told you in the preview.
What?
The better quarterback won every game this weekend.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Wait,
Purdy.
that's a lot to digest there.
I know. I'm going through every game in my head.
Hold on.
Who played Saturday night? Caleb Williams better than Jordan.
I
don't know. No, Karter, you're wrong. Wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. But
I'm not wrong.
Good games all around.
Look, I'm a big Drake May guy, so I'm glad he was the better quarterback last night, which isn't saying very much. But you would think Justin Herbert in year 5, 6 of Justin Herbert, that he probably would have had a better showing last night. And you can't put it all on him, but there are certain things, like when Drake May throws a pick inside his own 10-yard line, you have to come away with points. In a game like that, which I get it, it was early, they didn't know how the game was going to flow or that it was going to be so low scoring. You have got to come away with points when he throws a pick inside his own 10. And that can be on Harbaugh, that can be on Herbert. I'm not sure. There wasn't much of a run game, but I did kind of expect more. And the other thing is, stat came across my desk. Jawan Jennings had more 15-plus air yard completions than Justin Herbert or Jalen Hurts last night. I'm just saying.
But he hasn't turned the ball over.
Dylan, it feels like Herbert would be one of your guys.
I liked him coming out of the draft. He was everybody was in on Burrow. I was kind of taking Herbert. I was siding with the Herbert, and I don't know. It's where do I stand with Herbert now? Obviously, that showing yesterday wasn't great.
At the same time, though, I do cut him a little bit of slack because it's like, how many quarterbacks win in that situation?
Yeah, he has zero time to throw.
But how? And I guess that's mostly due to injury. But it feels like every year we're having the same offensive line injuries with the Chargers. And honestly, is there a point? I don't want to jump the gun here. Do we have a similar conversation about the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh that we have about the Steelers? I mean, it just seems like it's first-round playoff exit after first-round playoff exit. Now, granted, it's not 9-8.
It's only 2 years, right?
I know, but it's the didn't the Chargers have that? They blew the huge lead to the Jaguars a couple years ago in the playoffs too. Like it seems
was
like
Harbaugh there yet? No, he wasn't there yet. But
like
that
with
was
Herbert
Staley.
and the Chargers,
Staley, yeah. Yeah, it does
Those
seem
are
like
good
there's
times.
some sort of playoff monkey on his back. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Drake May, I mean, that's the thing. Look, when you give Drake May time to settle in and kind of get feel of the game and you don't have a lead, that's what's going to happen. I thought that pass to Hunter Henry at the end to kind of seal the game was a great throw. I thought it was a great play call. I think Drake May is going to continue to have certain moments in the playoffs where he's really good. But you're right. I think, Dylan, you're right on money on this. I don't feel like the Patriots are some sort of big Super Bowl favorite after last night. If anything, I'm more discouraged.
And I just don't think this defensive performance, I think this is an anomaly against a horrific Chargers offensive line. I think going forward, you can score on this Pats defense. You can run on this Pats defense. You can throw. You can do anything on this Pats defense. They're going to get exposed against a better team in this game. They were fortunate enough where the Pats right now, I'd rather be the Pats getting the 2 seed in these playoffs than I would the Broncos getting the 1 seed, because you're the Broncos, you get the bye, but great, first game is against Josh Allen and the Bills. Meanwhile, the Pats could have a path of Pats versus Chargers, then the Steelers, and then maybe the Broncos or the Bills. Well,
that's the thing. Are the Pats going to play good offense at all until the Super Bowl?
Unless it's the Bills.
As good as the Texans' defense is, C.J. Stroud's not making me quake in my boots. Like, they might get by with another mediocre offense in the second round of the playoffs.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, better towards the end of the year, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Dalton Schultz anytime touchdown tonight.
Okay. All right. I'm listening. I'll give Dalton Schultz maybe first touchdown.
No.
Can't do that.
No, not first.
Darnell Washington.
Is he? He's injured.
Darnell Washington.
With a cast on.
Yeah. Anyhow, very funny that the top rushers in this matchup were Herbert and May.
I noticed that. I don't know if Drake May's going to continue to rush for 10 or 11 attempts a game, but maybe. Now it's the playoffs.
Kamani Vidal's only good play in the game was picking up a fumble from Herbert and running it 11 yards.
Just how he drew it up.
That's something that, just real quick aside here, FanDuel taking away the injury bet protection thing.
I got screwed on Kittle.
I think a lot of people did.
Oh, I
kept it though.
I was on
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
A lot of people did. A lot of books kept it. People were bashing FanDuel. The other kind of conspiracy from last night is Amari and Hampton played 5 snaps, not even, everybody was betting.
But
Everybody was betting receptions and receiving yards and rushing attempts and things.
That decision process at least makes sense to me, though. He's been injured.
Yeah.
He didn't practice Friday. Jim said, hey, we'll give you a go. He clearly didn't look 100%, and it's just like, we're keeping Vidal in there.
And I think a bigger thing is, I think even if Jim Harbaugh knew he wasn't going to be fully healthy for this one, you tell the Pats to, hey, Hampton's playing, and then have them game plan for Hampton when it's Vidal. But clearly that didn't matter in the slightest, and Vidal stinks. I'm going to just put it there. Connor, I think it's crazy, too. It actually worked out in my favor, though, because I did one on DraftKings, and it was an anytime touchdown I placed like earlier in the week, and Hampton was the last leg. So I was praying for that early exit.
Oh, did you get it?
I got it, yeah.
He didn't play in the second half, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got the remaining. I hit the first 2 legs hit and then last leg. So
maybe you could donate Dylan some of those winnings. Heard he had a tough weekend.
Bad playoff best ball. Not
Cooked.
looking good. It's not great right now. I do have. No, we won't get into it. Let's just say it's not looking great.
all right, well then let's move on. Niners 23,
Oh, boy.
Eagles 19. There's a lot to talk about in this one, and
Lot.
this is the most.
I have not even been at war with Eagles fans this year, but there's something about seeing the Philadelphia Eagles lose a football game that just brings me joy in my heart. And then listen, I'm not on X anymore, but you guys are sending me tweets from resident Philadelphia fans that are just complaining about the refs. And Karter, I think it's very important to note these are your people. You're doing the same thing as you are Philly scumbag. You are Charlotte scumbag.
There's no such thing as a Charlotte scumbag.
I'm just saying these are your people.
Scumbags. There are scumbags in Charlotte, though. Let's get that out of the way.
Scumbags
I'm just
in
saying.
Charlotte. Charles. I'm just kidding. Charles Lee.
Charles Lee. Yeah.
No. The ref part. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but then when you say the words Eagles fan, everything logic out the window. It doesn't matter.
I think you're choosing to believe that because you are the fan that is being compared to them.
No,
you're sitting here complaining about the all I know is when I see a bunch of
let me ask you a question. You're scrolling Twitter and you see someone's take that's from an Eagles fan. Do you take it seriously at any point?
About the Eagles?
About anything.
I mean, if they make a take about the Titans or whatever, sure. But about the Eagles,
think you do. Connor, I know you don't.
I don't. I think everything it somehow relates back to the Eagles. It's like, oh, we lost a playoff game against them 3 years ago. I'm going to bash their quarterback this year. And there's some kind of that underhanded. Karter, we're friends with Eagles fans in real life. There's a few of them.
Yeah, they're special. Really
I think.
special.
I don't know where y'all want to start. Kevin Patullo might need to go into witness protection after this season. I don't think he's going to be able to show his face.
Aside with the it was something aside that was the defensive coordinator, and they all camp out in front of the headquarters with the trash cans and the sign saying "Fire Aside." Oh my gosh!
Shouldn't they go into work though? Don't they have jobs or no?
No, not in a metropolis like that. We know blue straight down the ticket, no jobs.
Another matchup where I watch both these quarterbacks play, I go yuck. And Purdy made the plays in the end. Purdy made some big time throws. Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you what. You look at the stats. You go 20, 35, 168. 1 touchdown. Like, it's not like the worst game ever. No picks. He was awful. This is why it's important to watch the games, because he was terrible.
Which makes no sense. And I've been saying this all season long. With an offense like this, with a skill group like this, with Barkley and A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, like there's guys. You've got dudes on offense. Jalen Hurts, who's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And you come up with offensive performances like this, week in and week out. How many times during the season do we come on a reaction show where I go, why do I hate watching Philly so much? Why do I hate watching that offense so much? I think you can blame Kevin Patullo for a lot of it, play calling, but you've also got to blame Jalen Hurts. I thought he was horrible yesterday. And you've also got to blame A.J. Brown. 7 targets, 3 catches, multiple drops. There's one big drop I can think about in my head right now. Eventually, when does it become too much of an off-the-field distraction to not justify his on-the-field performance? Honestly.
I can tell you right now, A.J. Brown is going to one of 3 teams this offseason. He'll either be a New Orleans Saint, because then he'll get a ton of targets, or he'll be a Baltimore Raven or a Denver Bronco. He's going to one of those 3 teams.
My money's on the Ravens. I like that. Somehow I'll be on the Ravens.
I think he wants more targets. I think he might be a Saint.
Just Tyler Shough throwing it to him 20 times a game.
Him and Sirianni going at it on the sideline. It's like Groundhog Day. Like, I've seen this story before. It's like I'm living this day over and over again.
Dylan, but Big Dom was there to break it up, make sure nothing got too heated.
Big Dom. I had to explain Big Dom to Abby. It was before the game, and the 49ers and the Eagles had a scuffle in the middle of the field. I just see Big Dom in the middle of it. Now,
so that's 3. The pregame scuffle, him catching the ball on the sideline. You would have thought Jesus himself came back. And then the third one was him, getting in the middle of A.J. Brown and Sirianni. Too many Big Dom references for me in the playoffs.
Now, I guess in being a rational-minded human being, the only reason I see Big Dom so many times on TV is because of that one time that everybody found out who he was. Now, how many times do I see someone for the 49ers? It's probably Big Dom's same role. I just don't know it's Big Dom. I'll admit that. But still, get this guy off my TV. Get him off my TV. I don't want to see him.
He's got a headset.
Yeah. I love seeing the Eagles lose. I texted you guys, this betting-wise, 49ers opened up 3.5 and ended up being 6 before the game kicked off. I thought it was just absolutely over. I thought the Eagles, even though the offense was so bad, is going to dismantle this defense, and it just didn't happen. I'm looking here, Eric Kendricks. He was elevated to the 53-man roster due to injuries at linebacker for the 49ers, led the 49ers with 6 stops and 10 tackles. That's the kind of thing the 49ers are going to need if they want to make a run. They've got the first step out of the way. It'll be interesting to see. Purdy didn't look great. Kittle being out hurts, but we saw our man Juice pick up some of that workload. 44 yards, which is a lot. No touchdowns, which stinks, but that was a high usage rate for Kyle. It'll be interesting to see what his part of the game plan. Will they focus on him more than Tungus being a little bit more experienced, I guess, is what I'm looking out for. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, and how this run defense is going to respond against Seattle. Because we saw they got obliterated last time, so.
Yeah, I thought Barkley played okay. He looked explosive.
They saved him.
Yeah, the theory might be correct, Carter.
They're saving him for the playoffs.
I just chose a bad running back.
You did. Eagles one-time possession by 10 minutes. There's no way they should have lost this game. They had the ball enough. They had the weapons. The Niners defense was banged up. You lose Kittle. You've got Ayuk missing, obviously. DeMarcus effing Robinson with 111 yards in the year 2026. That's embarrassing. And that's something I wrote down is, yes, we can blame the Eagles offense. Yes, we can come on here and bash Jalen Hurts and bash Patullo. The Eagles defense was not very good yesterday. The Niners were 6 for 11 on third downs, put some 3rd and 10s converted. I didn't think this Eagles defense was some saving grace either.
Yeah, but at the same time, they got 2 turnovers. And when you win the turnover matchup 2-0 in a close game,
so that's
there's
enough
no
to win,
excuses. Jalen Hurts, I mean, it's just some of the throws he would make. You're just like, that's not even close. He would just a Jalen Hurts deep ball, and you're like, that's 10 yards off. 10 yards off. He's just not that good of a quarterback, and this is why people pissed their pants in the offseason. He almost had a Joe Flacco-like run last year where he's I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened from last year's playoffs to now, but maybe it's something people figure out schematically that these coaches know that we don't as fans, but he's just not the same quarterback. He can't throw the ball. Physically, he just can't throw the ball. Because if you force him to sit in that pocket and make throws, he can't. And in his defense, A.J. Brown dropped a few, but he missed a heck of a lot more than just a few drops.
Not to bring up some old wounds for Philly fans, are we on Ben Simmons watch here with Jalen Hurts? No, I'm just kidding.
I think you keep running with that theory.
I don't know if I could do that. I can't take the heat. I've got too much going on in my life to take the heat right now. Anything else from this game? I got a conspiracy about this game. I'm sure you guys saw this.
The electromagnetic.
Yeah. Did you see the numbers behind it? Did you see the thread? All right,
go through the whole thread because this might get clipped off.
So
do whatever you want.
Yeah. So my first thought last night watching this game was, Kittle goes down with the Achilles. It sucks. I hate it. I love Kittle as a player. But my first thought was the Niners continually get screwed by injuries every single year. It feels like for the last 5 or 6 years, they have hadn't had enough help, especially in the playoffs. They're on quarterback 5 a couple years ago. Kittle goes down. CMC's always out. Ayuk's out. Deebo Samuel, when he was there, things like that. Turns out there was a thread that came out this weekend that says the 49ers stadium is directly adjacent to an electrical substation. And according to this thread, low-frequency electromagnetic fields can degrade collagen, weaken tendons, and cause soft tissue damages at levels regulators call, quote, safe. But if you look at the numbers for this, the Niners are the most injured team in the NFL over the past decade. Since they moved to this stadium in 2014, top 5 in adjusted games lost for 10 of the last 11 seasons, 7 to 8 full Achilles and patella ruptures, league averages 2 to 3 a year total, 40-plus major hamstring or calf tears, high ankle syndesmosis injuries every year. No other franchise comes close. At what point do we actually start putting on the tinfoil hats and saying, this plays into it a little bit? Because you saw after the game, Kendrick Bourne kind of joked about it even.
Something's got to be real about it because it's every single year with the 49ers.
I don't know what it is, but seeing that, I just automatically believe it, just because how many injuries they've had the last few years and how absurd it is that their star players, the guys that are on the field the most, continually year after year miss games in January, miss some of the playoffs. They're injured throughout the year. It makes no sense why it happens to them so much more than any other team. And credit Shanahan for still having them in the playoffs every year, but you've got to point to something. At what point? If you're the training staff, you're like, man, please don't let this blow back on me.
They just start playing games in Oakland.
What do you do? I mean, what do you do? I just think, because going forward without Kittle, I don't think they're going to win another game.
Really?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't.
You're
I don't
telling me
believe so.
Sam Darnold 4 interceptions is not out of the cards?
Against Kyle Shanahan?
I mean,
I
so
got trashed for that all season long.
now that we got the clip off,
We don't have to
here-
clip that.
I
jabber
think
a
that's a
lot.
great clip.
Okay.
that one will do very well. Here is my data analysis, scientific method brain going off. We would have to look at how many of those injuries are soft tissue, no? And then how many of those injuries being soft tissue would be required for us to say this actually might be causing it?
Dumb brain moment. Is an Achilles or patella rupture soft tissue?
Yeah,
It is,
Achilles
right?
is. Yeah.
They've had 7 to 8 full Achilles and patella ruptures over the last 10 years. The league only averages 2 to 3 per year total.
And 40
That's-
plus major hamstring and calf tears.
I would
That's
also
soft tissue.
love to see, okay, again, science brain, visiting teams. Like, how long does it take for this to take effect? Is there a spike in visiting teams whenever they're playing at Santa Clara? Interesting. Oh my
Well, it's
gosh,
probably
now I
more-
got data brain going.
It's probably more long term, like practicing there every single day just gradually weakens your tendons. Dumb football brain here, but like gradually weakens your tendons. And, it's like, it's not turf, it's bad luck. Like, we're past that. It's been 10 years, 11 years.
That's interesting.
It is crazy. I feel like something might come out. I don't know. People keep getting hurt. We'll see. Stranger things have happened.
We also need to look at when this plant was built and track
That
it
I
over
don't
time.
know.
Oh my
They
gosh.
moved to Levi Stadium, 2014? So it's been, I don't know how long the plant's been there, probably forever.
This is like can we do KarterKast science experiment? Now
Sure.
I'm trying to run regressions in my brain and be like, okay, can we prove causality?
There is an amusement park right next to the stadium. There's like a
Mr.
Carowinds. Like
Beastland?
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
But there's some big amusement park that looks like a Carowinds or a Cedar Point like place right next
Interesting.
to the stadium.
So Connor's saying electromagnetic waves might be causing this. Carter's saying kids' laughter. Kids'
Roller
laughter
coaster.
may be causing the Achilles tendon tears.
Who's to say?
Crazy. I love a good theory. I love a good tinfoil hat moment.
It's a game theory.
Yeah, that's all I got from this game. The Eagles. This was a glorious hate watch, by the way, because not just because how annoying Philly fans are and Nick Sirianni and all Big Dom and all that crap, but also, Connor, you touched on this. The Philadelphia Eagles are the most boring good team to watch, maybe in NFL history. There is just nothing exciting to watch about them except kind of Saquon Barkley, but outside of that,
Sometimes.
it is a snooze fest watching this offense run. It's like watching OKC play in the NBA where it's just, okay, foul baiting. Oh, this is the most miserable offense I've ever watched. Yeah, you win games. Yeah, you won a title. But guess what? Nobody likes watching you. Or it's like Arsenal in soccer. Just sit back, counterattack. Let's just play the most miserable.
Park the bus.
Park the bus. Let's just play the most miserable way possible. I cannot stand watching those three teams. Very happy I don't have to watch this Eagles team anymore.
England playing cricket, don't go for overs. You're kind of dinking the ball, getting one wicket at a time. Yeah, I hear you.
One wicket at a time.
Bunting.
Yeah, small ball.
Not trying to hit it over the boundary. You're just trying to, let's get one run at a time here.
Imagine the Reds. I mean, they got such a hittable park, and they still don't go for home runs.
Our pitchers do.
Imagine being a Carolina fan in the 80s and running four corners offense.
I would be so mad.
That'd be my favorite team.
I don't think people back then realized, like, I was like, wait, that's not going to help you get to, like, where you need to be. Like, I don't think that was even a thought, though. It's just like, I got to play for Dean Smith.
Yeah, you're right.
Four corners offense. All right, well, let's move on. Let's go to some other playoff games. Let's go to Jacksonville. Bills win 27-24 on the road in Jacksonville. And I think the AFC title was played in Jacksonville on Sunday.
Wow. Round one, you're saying that, Karter.
Round one.
I think so.
I can keep this one short and sweet for me. I think Buffalo is not the better team, if we're being honest. I think this is where quarterback experience and quarterback talent comes into play. Trevor Lawrence had an opportunity to do it at the end of the game, and he did not. And when we have the conversation about Josh Allen getting these ghosts off his back, the Bills are not. They're going to go into matchups not being the best team, and it's going to be up to Josh Allen to make up for that. And in this game, he made up for it. This is playoff football, and Josh Allen made up for the I don't want to say ineptitude in other areas of his football team, and I think that's going to be important.
Dylan, so would you say this game was Trevor Lawrence's fault or that last drive even?
He had some bright. It's less.
It's not, is it? It can't be, right?
No, I don't think it's Trevor Lawrence's fault.
MVP candidate throws to their tight end target for a game-sealing touchdown with not much time left, and the opposing quarterback doesn't get much time to drive back down the field, and it's not their fault. So let's just keep that same thing moving forward.
Well, there's a lot of things we could point to with Trevor Lawrence that looked pretty good. Three touchdown passes.
2 interceptions.
So, 2 interceptions, but a little fluky. Go watch the tape. The last one, the receivers maybe not on the same page as T-Man, but
that's just good defense. That's just
I'll remember that. I'll remember that when we talk about a certain interception in a following game.
Well, I don't know. You're a cokehead, and if you want to put the blame on Coker, sure, that's all. That's fine by me.
I'm putting that blame on, but we're not talking about that game.
All
we're
right,
talking about
Mr.
this Bills
Cokehead.
game. Dylan, it's interesting you talk about the quarterback. Oh, the quarterback play ended up mattering in this one. I got laughed at. I got mocked at, clowned in the last episode for saying that's the difference in this game. Throw all stats out the window. The quarterback matchup is going to decide this game. That's exactly what happened.
You got laughed at?
You?
Tarred and feathered.
I don't know if you're acting like these are war crimes. I may have just said the Jags are winning this game. I mean, the Jags are a better team, and they are.
The Dylan discussed when I said throw the stats out the window. It's just like this is the Chiefs all over again. Where Dylan, they're inevitable. When the Bills went down, what was it? It was ETN scored, right? ETN scored. The Jags go up. It was the easiest live bet of my life of just blindly take the Bills. You're getting them at plus 200. They're scoring in this game. They have the best quarterback in the league right now, probably. They're handing it to you. Just take it.
I think you remember things a bit differently than how they transpired.
Go back and watch the preview.
I never sat here and said Josh Allen is worse than Trevor Lawrence.
No, but you laughed and mocked when I said throw the stats out the window. The quarterback plays all that matters here. This is the Chiefs all over again.
I did not think that the Bills would be Josh Allen would be in a position to put this game on his back. I thought the talent disparity was going to be so great that he would not be in a position to do it. It's not he couldn't do it. He wasn't going to be in a position to. He was in a position to do it, and he did it. Listen, hand up. This is the difference. Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen. That was the difference in this game. I didn't think it was going to come to it, though.
Karter, let this be a lesson moving forward. If you say the word stats out the window, Dylan's brain just flicks off. Like, that's it. That's all he needs to hear.
Yeah.
I did leave this game pretty impressed with Josh Allen overall. He was in the blue tent multiple times. Concussion, hand injury, leg injury, whatever. Gutted it out. Last drive was great. Game-winning touchdown pass to Kincaid was a great throw, great play call, great design. I do kind of have a bone to pick with Josh Allen and the Bills, though. Didn't love the 10-yard tush push where looked like he got caught up. Looked like he got caught up in one of those tidal waves that went wild and tumbled head over heels, and his offensive line dragged him 12 yards forward. Didn't love that. I don't know why. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't love that. Josh Allen's feet were on the ground. He was getting escorted.
As someone who had Josh Allen 2 touchdowns, I did like that a lot.
Petullo was waving his fist at the sky.
Yeah.
Why can't we do this?
Bills are now 19-0 when leading at halftime since the start of the 2024 season, including the postseason. The only team with a perfect record in that span.
Which is so ironic because Sean McDermott might be labeled as a choker.
I guess it's always they're down at halftime, come back and take a lead late, and then choke. That's got to be what happened because that's a crazy stat. I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
And then going forward, you got Bills Broncos. Should we just re-edit the last episode when we talked about Bills Jags and just say, throw the stats out the window, Josh Allen versus Bo Nix, because that's what's going to happen.
I don't even think the stats would be in favor of Denver, would they?
Probably. I mean, on the defensive end, probably a little bit, but I mean, offensively.
I think the Bills.
Is RJ Harvey going to be able to exploit that Bills run defense? I mean, even the Jags were able to get stuff going on the ground in this game. Like, if I'm a Jags fan, this kind of sucks. It's just a slap in the face because you go, man, like, we play any other team on Sunday, I think the Jags win.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with that.
Pats?
In the AFC?
Pats?
Yeah, they beat the Pats.
Okay. I don't know if I'm as easily convinced of that, but it's not crazy.
Shakir, 12 targets, 12 catches. Great safety blanket. How is Brandon Cooks burning DBs down the middle of the field in 2026? That wrote that down. Shocking. And yeah, I think the difference overall, Lawrence 2 picks, Allen was clean. Cam Little missed that field goal. That's the game.
Did you guys have any ounce of confidence that Trevor Lawrence was going to drive him down the field?
No.
Yeah.
No,
I thought so.
Well, I didn't
At
think
least for a field goal.
I didn't think it'd be first pass attempt picked off. I thought maybe he gets in the midfield and they kick a 65-yarder attempt or something like that. But I kind of, in the back of my mind, was like something's happening. Whether it's going to be a strip sack or a tip pick, which is what happened, something was going to go wrong.
Did Cam Little blow this game, missing that field goal?
It's easy to say now.
Moving on, let's go back to Saturday night. Bears-Packers. Bears win 31-27. This is the ultimate, how does this team keep getting away with it? Now, Connor, I'll let you take the floor.
It's my number one bullet point on my notes right here. How do the Bears keep getting away with this? If I was a Packers fan, I think I'd have to go to therapy. I think I'd have to get some sort of counseling, in-house counseling, somebody come to my house for a home visit and see me. I don't know. This is the second time against the Packers this year, second time in the last few weeks that this has happened with the Bears. And my number one takeaway from this is Matt LaFleur's got to go. I think that's it. Without Aaron Rodgers, he's 29, 21-1. Late game clock management, some of the worst I've seen. This year alone, these are the leads they've had this year. Packers led by 10 in Cleveland, lost that game. Led by 13 in Dallas, tied that game. Led by 9 in Denver, lost. Led by 10 in Chicago, lost. Led by 18 in Chicago, part 2 this weekend, didn't win any of those games. How does that happen if you're Matt LaFleur?
Semi-breaking news, Green Bay reportedly expected to work out a new deal with LaFleur. That happened during the show.
I feel like for a franchise like that, I'm not a cheesehead by any means, but you got to want better. Like, this is the same thing we talk about with Tomlin. But at least Tomlin's shown he can still have winning seasons, get to the playoffs. Like, Matt LaFleur, I think, is on that same level. Would you guys not agree?
I mean, with Harbaugh's just hanging out there.
I think you got to want more. And look, there's other things you can point to. Brandon McManus, probably a war crime in Green Bay now. He's probably a hit out on him. 2 missed field goals, missed extra point. He'll probably never be allowed in Green Bay again. And then the Jordan Love conversation is a whole other conversation where he's really good at times, but there are still 2, 3, 4 plays a game that just leave you sitting there like, what the hell was that? How do you miss that throw? oh, he dropped the ball with 10 seconds. There's just certain things that don't add up with Jordan Love for me. And then the offense went on a string of 4 possessions in the third quarter, 1 first down. That's where the game was flipped right there. So I don't know. If you're a Packers fan, I don't know what to tell you. I'd be very frustrated, and I think the Packers lost this game more than the Bears won it. I don't think Caleb Williams did anything crazy.
Packers are the only team since 2000 with multiple playoff losses when leading by 10 or more points with 5 minutes left. They blew a 12-point lead in the 2014 NFC Championship game at Seattle. The Bears' wildcard win over the Packers was their 7th win this season when trailing in the final 2 minutes of regulation, setting a new record in NFL history. Jacobs, throw him on a milk carton. Where the heck was he? He's a guy that needs to be going if you want to win a game.
Yep.
Oddly enough, like Jordan Love's stat line, pretty good. 4 touchdowns, 300-plus yards. But Caleb Williams, outside of the interceptions, oh, man.
He made some big throws.
Colston Loveland, that's all I got to say. Michigan, man. Shout out.
That's the thing.
The Rams are going to blow him out, though, right?
I think so. But that's the thing. If you're Caleb Williams, he's really good in these late game situations. You read the stat off about the trailing in the last 2 minutes. I'll give him credit. He comes through in the games one way or the other and finds the way to win. I just don't know how long that lasts. How long can this continue to happen before they come up against a buzzsaw? Maybe it's the Rams, where they don't even have that chance. They're so bad in the first half where they don't have a chance to come back in the second half. I don't know. This Bears team doesn't feel like a Super Bowl contending team to me.
No.
Nope. And they're going to find out next week against the Super Bowl contending team and the LA Rams, because I don't think that's going to be close.
Has anybody looked at the line?
Yep.
Connor, review?
Wasn't it like 6? Was it -6?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, no, that's just a guess. Wow. Well, they're in Chicago. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 in the hook. I don't know. I feel like that's right. Right.
Wilkerson ratings make it 9.
9.
9.
Is that a 5-star? 5-star road favorite.
It's possible. With the luck rankings being on my side, that's possible.
Yeah, I just don't know how they keep getting away with it. I don't. Credit to the Bears. You get the monkey off your back, too, by beating it was looking so bleak, and it's like they finally get the monkey off their back, winning a playoff game, and especially doing it against the Packers. You kind of slayed the dragon a little bit, where it's like, okay, you beat the Packers in the most embarrassing fashion for Green Bay twice this year. It could not be a better season for Chicago. Chicago gets blown out by the Rams. This is still a unbelievably massive success for the Bears this season. We'll find out about that next week.
Hey,
anything
spoiler,
else from this game?
They're going to be my team next year. Hey, first to worst or fall off team, whatever we do next year. That's going to be my pick. All right,
I already know Dylan, so.
Yeah, Panthers.
Good segue. Professional.
All right, good segue. Let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina. Rams win 34-31. Just an instant classic. I mean, all these wild card games were unbelievable outside of the Pats Chargers. I mean, just insane game.
Let me get
and they
ahead
all
of this.
followed the same script.
Let me get ahead of this. All of them were insane except Pats Chargers and Texans Steelers. Let me just get ahead of it. They haven't even played yet. That's not going to be a fun game. No.
I don't know. I'm rooting for the Steelers, by the way.
Why?
Really?
I think it'd be fun to see Raji win.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. I like seeing all-around good people have success, too. So, yeah, there we go, Carter.
So you like Bryce Young?
Hey, can we get to the bottom of something real quick?
Oh, no.
No one responded to my message.
What'd you
Did
say?
Bryce Young actually like my comment? Is that the real
no,
Bryce Young?
That's not a real account.
You don't think
I
so?
saw that later on. I think he got.
Okay. All right. That's all.
Okay.
It looked pretty real. A lot of followers.
A lot of followers. What if it
That's
is?
true.
Fan of the show. We can say Bryce Young, fan of the show.
I think we just run with that.
Bryce Young's a fan of the show?
He watches the show, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You tell me he didn't see one of those Panther clips?
Yeah, his algorithm brought
the
him at least one.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a hilarious thought? Like, when these Panther players open up their phone, their algorithm is just getting pushed with me sitting there being like, the Panthers are good.
Or you sitting there being like, yeah, Souvenir Cup 5 out of 10. Screw Dylan Wilkerson.
Yeah, exactly.
Playoffs.
Playoffs? playoffs. Anyhow, Panthers host the playoff game in the building. The atmosphere was unbelievable. I don't know if it came through on TV, but that was the loudest sporting event I've ever been to in my life.
It seemed pretty loud on TV. I kind of wish I was there. Decided not to go, and that may have been a mistake. I might look back in 10 years when we still haven't been to another playoff game and regret that. But,
Connor, this is a little inside the southeast region here, so Dylan won't care about this one or understand, and maybe some others won't. Very funny. We're watching the game. The fans in front of us, every third down, the guy gets his keys out and starts shaking his keys. I'm like, we got a Virginia Tech fan in front of us. And then sure enough, at halftime, they're watching VT versus Cal at the end of the game. Just hilarious.
Starts shaking the keys. Or what does NC State do? It's like, move the chains, move.
Anyhow,
boo-boo keys.
James Franklin coming to save them. Bryce Baker going to get a bag.
And Sean Brown, shout out. Bryce Young went toe-to-toe with Matthew Stafford in this game.
He did. Dylan, he did. No, I can't even, as a Bryce Young
hater,
non-believer. Yeah, hater, some would even say. I thought he played a great game. And I thought he made a lot of big-time throws and big moments that told me a lot about him.
Dylan will not have a rational thought about this game, so Connor, let me ask you something.
Can I go on the record?
Whoa, no. Let me ask Connor this. Let's get this out of the way, and then Dylan. Connor, you have said repeatedly that Bryce Young will never be a top 15 quarterback in this league. Does this game, him showing up against the best team in the NFL, going toe-to-toe with the NFL MVP, change your mind at all?
It does. I'm going to say he'll never be a top 12 quarterback now. He has moved up 3 spots in my league rankings. No, on a serious note, I think, I don't want to overblow one game, but on a stage like that, making late throws, that back shoulder fade to Coker in the corner of the end zone was an amazing throw. Some of the angles they showed on the broadcast, just you got to anticipate it, put it right on the money where the defender can't get it. I think doing that in a big spot like this, I think does wonders for his confidence. And that's been the one thing that I think above all else the last few years has been his confidence has been shaken. You get benched or you don't have an offensive line protecting you. You've got receivers that have no separation, can't get open. Ultimately, that shakes your confidence as a quarterback. I think this year he kind of found something, especially at the end of the year, and in this playoff game specifically, that he can build on moving forward. So, yeah, my opinion of him does change a little bit. I saw a lot. If they would have come out there and gotten steamrolled 34-0, I would have probably come on here and been like, that's it, put a nail in it. But he made a lot of great throws in a big moment that I thought was pretty impressive.
And it's not like he wasn't facing pressure all game. He had little time in the pocket and still making big-time throws and making the plays.
Oh.
Dylan,
floor is yours.
So you say toe-to-toe with Matthew Stafford. Factually, that is correct. They played on the same field. They did play on the same field on Saturday. Look, you talk about Bryce Young. You talk about Karter. You've often cited his ability to win games on game-winning drives. These are now 2 games in a row where Bryce Young has had the ball in his hands to end the game, and they do not win.
How much time left?
The Bucs. The Bucs, I think, was 16 seconds, and I think
90 yards.
Yeah. 38 for... Yeah, 38 for Saturday, I think. 38 seconds. Yeah, he had a long way to go, but you didn't add that caveat. It was
yes,
Bryce
I did on this show. Connor, back me up. I did on this show.
Afterwards, you did. After the Bucs game, you did. You said, "Oh, well, he only had 12 seconds or whatever." So you were making excuses for him after making such a staunch claim.
Oh, get out of here!
Oh, Bryce Young, he can lead the team. He's a gamer. He's a baller. He can these game-winning drives. Oh, wait a second, he only had 12 seconds. So
this is satire.
Yeah, this is
you look. Here's the deal. You look at the interception.
This is the jukebox. I'm doing touch tunes right now. I'm trying to get my refund.
Are you blaming Jalen Coker for the interception, or are you blaming Bryce Young? Take your pick.
I'm blaming Jalen Coker.
Okay, so no, not a cokehead.
Stopped his route. What do you mean?
Oh, listen. I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying not a cokehead. That's fine.
Oh, I'm a cokehead.
I'm not arguing. No, you're not a cokehead. I don't know. You're blaming You're blaming the most impactful player of the game for that interception. Listen, he's had 2 opportunities to win the game. He didn't. All I heard this year, and all I heard during the Bucs game was, "Oh, Bryce Young, game-winning drive, game-winning drive."
2 opportunities.
Some at the Bucs game.
Bucs game. Bucs game. This game.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I think, as Panthers fans, very quick to look at these performances that are better than his average and are probably his ceiling, and quick to dismiss the 54-yard games. And I think that's where you get the narrative of, oh, the future's so bright. Oh, Bryce Young's the guy. Oh, this is looking great for the Panthers. You lost your way into the playoffs. You lose your first playoff game. I don't see. I do see where the optimism comes from. You're Panthers fans. I get that. But the South running through Charlotte
Fact.
Look,
is
Dylan,
not.
Dylan, don't be so up in arms about the NFC South running through Charlotte comment. That's not that crazy of a statement. We're not saying the league runs through Charlotte. We're saying the worst division in football might run through Charlotte.
No, it does.
If you even said might, I would give you more credit for that. But Karter he posts from our socials and says it runs through Charlotte. It runs through Charlotte like they're a juggernaut and no one's going to beat them. They won the division, sure. Does it technically run? They are the reigning NFC South champions. That's like saying you're the winner of the Special Olympics.
Wow.
Oh, I'll clip that. How about we clip that off?
Clip it. Put it out. I don't care. That is what
fallen.
saying that it goes through Charlotte is like. It's the
what
NFC
happens.
South.
Bryce Young has a good game, and I'd put my hand up and say I was wrong for now. Dylan just tasteless. That's tasteless, Dylan.
It
For
is
now.
tasteless. He's trying to
now.
compare it to special needs. That's how tasteless it is.
NFC South.
They are a special division.
They're
They
special
sure are.
division.
And
They are.
so no comment on Jimmy Horn dropping the ball for Bryce because then they could have had a field goal.
That is true. Just go down. Olsen was all over on the broadcast. Just go down, secure it.
So no nothing there. Bryce is supposed to throw and catch that ball.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Will Levis did it.
This is-
Will
this
Levis
is why
did it,
it's-
and he beat Bryce Young. So if Bryce Young's the guy, then Will Levis is the guy. Will Levis is a better quarterback than Bryce Young. Because Karter, you're on record saying Bryce Young has won games for this team. Will Levis won that game against the Panthers a couple years ago. So Will Levis better than Bryce Young.
Stop that. It's just like white noise.
I have a bone to pick, Karter.
What?
I think you feel the same way, Dylan. I don't know if you feel this way or not. And this has been I'm not going to be the first one to make this point. Prevent defense is kind of a sham, if we're being completely honest. I mean, I get in certain situations, but when you're going against Matthew Stafford and that Rams offense that operates like a well-oiled machine, giving them 12, 15 yards over the middle every single play and letting them milk the clock down to exactly where they want to, probably not the best idea. Just play it straight up, send some blitz, send 5 or 6 guys, see what happens. If the Rams score, then at least you have more time when you get the ball back because they're going to score no matter what if you play that prevent defense. They get down inside the 20. They're too good of an offense. Matthew Stafford is too poised and too talented to not score in that situation. You know what's going to happen. So just play straight up. Send some blitz. Try to get some pressure. Make him uncomfortable. Otherwise, he's just letting him get in a rhythm right before he scores the game-winning touchdown. I thought that was insane.
Yeah, because once Coker scored that touchdown, I was talking to the people I was at the game with where it's like, okay, the pass rush isn't getting home for Carolina at all. It was abysmal. It's maybe one of the worst in the league. And Stafford, especially, if he has time in the pocket, he's going to be able to dice you up. So, yeah, you're either going to have to send 6 or it's you're
Death by 1,000 cuts is what it felt like. You knew what was going to happen.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like you almost want him to score quick. And, Dylan, you might have even texted us this in the group chat where it's like, honestly, the Panthers blocking that punt was maybe the worst thing that could have happened to him in this game.
I don't think Dylan said that.
Dylan didn't say that. It might have been a different chat.
Expand, though. Why do you say that? Like, because of the time?
Yeah, because the Panthers couldn't drain enough time at that point, and so you're good. No matter what, by the time you run every play imaginable to drain the clock, you're still giving Stafford at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds at that point.
Yeah,
because the Panthers drained clock at that point as much as they could have, and because I think the Coker one was on 3rd down, that throw. There's not much more they could have done at that point. It's just a matter of it sucks you gave him that much time left to end the game.
Yeah,
and they had 3 timeouts. It was barbecue chicken at that point.
Yeah,
and the only hope was a turnover and an errant throw by Stafford.
Exactly, which is not going to happen. And that's the case that if you want to say, yeah, they should have dropped back and played 10 yards off the line of scrimmage and played prevent defense, if they have no timeouts, maybe I'll allow it. Let them get something over the middle of the field. They have to run the line. More time comes off. With 3 timeouts, it doesn't matter. They'll just keep going over the middle of the field. Why wouldn't they?
Closing up shop on the Panthers real quick. Very excited going into the next season. Lot to be excited about. Rico, did you see Rico's comments in the exit interviews?
Oh, that he wants to be the guy that has the bulk of the carries or whatever.
He wants to be the bell cow back and everything. So, hey, Rico, have fun being a Kansas City Chief or a Washington Commander. It's been real, man. The Rico Linsanity run was awesome, and good luck in your career, man. He will not be a Carolina Panther.
That's a comment I had. The run game in Carolina, non-existent the last few weeks. It sucks Dowdle fell off the back half of the season, although he was brought in as a backup. I think we were playing on borrowed time. I think
Yeah.
Even getting a few of those games were more than we ever thought we would. His last game with 60 rushing yards was November 2nd. It's been 9 games since then. So it just sucks that the run game fell off like that. I think Hubbard has a full offseason, comes back healthy next year. It'll be a different story.
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks, maybe get some guys in. It'll be a little bit different. This Carolina team.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time, Karter.
That's a long time. There's a lot to be excited about and just great stuff. On the Rams side, this game made me feel so much more confident about the Rams going forward. And people are going to say, oh, what do you mean? Bryce Young was smoking that defense. Well, he was smoking that defense earlier in the year, too. I understand there are concerns about the Rams' defense. But how calm and how poised Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, and that team were in the craziest environment I've ever been in my life. I mean, it just silenced the crowd. It didn't matter. They were just dicing up the Panthers' defense. That's a championship-level drive right there, and making championship-level plays. Like a guy like Colby Parkinson, who's an average tight end in this league at best, making plays like that at the end to win the game. I feel so much more confident about my Rams Super Bowl pick after this game.
I truly think there's a world we look back and the Rams win the Super Bowl and we say their toughest test was in Carolina. And that's not just because we're Panthers fans. But like,
especially how the schedule might lay out because
I don't know why Dylan's shaking his head. Do you see this?
Yeah, what do you mean? That was a tough game. They had to do it in the last 2 minutes. I could very well see them going into Chicago, blowing out the Bears, and then let's say the Niners upset Seattle, or even vice versa. Seattle wins the Niners. Sam Darnold 4-pick game against Sean McVay. It's not like we haven't seen that before.
I'm happy for you guys. Hang the banner. Hang the banner. Toughest game on the Rams playoff schedule. Let's throw that up at Bank of America.
Yeah.
Hang it up. Covered against the Rams.
We're so close.
It's huge.
But
huge loss. Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks because I celebrated the Coker touchdown, and then right when the extra point was happening, I look at the clock and go, oh, no.
Yep. And you tried the textbook reverse jinx. You sent us a text, said that's too much time for Stafford. Game's over. You tried, so I'll give you credit.
I wasn't even a reverse jinx. That was truly how I felt. I was like, oh, no, this is way too much time. But
so I know how I feel now after the game. Like, I'm glad the Panthers played them close. A lot to build on. But it always begs the age-old question. Would you rather just get absolutely stomped in the first round? And I'd rather be close like this.
No, I'd rather be close like this, especially a couple people asked me this at the game, where I would way rather be close like this because I think there were a lot of questions about Carolina because, people like Dylan saying, oh, they lost their way to the playoffs. They were a fake team. They shouldn't be here. 8-9. This is bullcrap. They shouldn't.
I never said they shouldn't be there.
Team.
Never said they shouldn't be there.
Well, fake team, all this stuff. Carolina proved they belonged in the playoffs, and they can go toe-to-toe with these teams. So they belonged.
I love it. I really do love it. That's not just filler. I love. There is something about sports fandom that just absolutely makes our brains crazy.
But
Dylan, doesn't it
take off? Stop doing the bit for a minute. You have to be impressed with Carolina in this game.
No.
Yeah. See, this is why. You talk about poisoning the brains of Panther fans. Meanwhile, Dylan can't even have a rational take about what we watched on TV. Like. We all watch.
Sounds like a political party I know of.
Shout out Roy Williams or whatever his name is.
Oh, Roy Williams, yeah. I'll take
Roy
that.
Williams. You think he's the Democratic governor?
I don't know. Whoever. Never mind. I probably should say. We're good.
Shout out Mike Jackson, stud. Been in the league since 2020.
Stud.
Really been a special teams guy. So I'm glad that he came on this year.
Yeah, stud. But I feel great about the Rams going forward. It's Rams Bills Super Bowl. Just book your flights now.
It does wonders for content, Dylan, as well, that if we go into next season with some hope, with some expectations.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is absolute best case scenario for me. It's like, I love it. I really do love it. Fell into a playoff spot, put up a semblance of a fight in your wild card game. We're going to have a great year next year, fellas. Expectations are through the roof.
Quickly, do you guys? I mean, Dylan, your Super Bowl your picks, Chargers.
Yeah, it's tough.
So.
They're done. Rams are still alive. And Texans I have in the AFC Championship, so they haven't lost.
Yeah. So anyhow, all right. Do we have anything else?
Oh wait! You just pointed that out to trash on my Chargers pick or what?
Well, I was more so. No, it was more for a selfish reason for me. Rams Bills. I mean. Looking pretty obvious that's going to be the Super Bowl.
I had Rams Texans. I'm still alive. Maybe until tonight.
And Raji.
Raji.
It's a win-win scenario tonight because Steelers win. It's like, okay, this is kind of a cool story. Tomlin, Rodgers, whatever, But then if the Texans win, one, they have a way better chance of beating the Pats, and I do not want to see the Pats win this. We go far in the playoffs. But also, if the Texans win, then I get to see the reaction of Steelers fans being like, we need to fire Mike Tomlin. This is crazy. We haven't won a playoff game in forever. It's not like we have butt-cheeks quarterbacks every year.
Oh, Russie was there.
Yeah, he was. Did he make the playoffs?
No, he didn't.
So he was maybe the most butt cheeks of quarterbacks in that building. Kenny Pickett made the playoffs. Mason Rudolph made the playoffs.
If Russie was there for the whole year,
so wait, so Kenny Pickett
Fields
made the
played like
playoffs.
5 games. So
Jussie gave him a head start. They were above 500 when Russ came in.
Mason Rudolph made the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers made the playoffs.
yeah, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. So that makes
Russie
sense.
didn't make. So Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I mean, the guy's named after a reindeer.
Was Aaron Rodgers at the New Year's Eve, Rockin' New Year's Eve, presented by Dick Clark or whatever, with his wife? The answer to that is no, and that's where I rest my case.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
my
argue
case.
that one.
Yep.
Yep.
We're still sussy for Russie. If he wants to come play and wear some powdered blue, I'd be okay with that.
If he wants to go play for the Saskatchewan Owls in the CFL and whatnot, then he can do that.
Columbus Aviators getting a team this year.
There you go. You gonna get some merch?
Russie, come play. Yeah, I'll get a Russell Wilson Columbus Aviators jersey.
Maybe he could go play at Michigan.
I don't know what that means.
You see what NBA players are coming back to college basketball. Maybe old Russie has an extra year of eligibility, comes back to Michigan.
Russie clocked some time at NC State, didn't he?
He sure did.
Yeah, we don't want him.
He's a Wolfpack.
Anyhow.
Definitely
All right.
Wisconsin.
Connor, you got anything else, Dylan? Anything else?
No, that's all I got, NFL-wise.
Congrats. Congrats on your playoff loss. Huge for the
All right.
huge. Sounds like it's
Moving on.
huge for the
Lot to build on.
franchise.
Lot to build on.
Lot to build on.
I've never been. If Bryce Young turns out to be great, I will be so happy that I was dead wrong.
And it'll be my most glorious take of all time. Right now, it's currently
the slowest burn of all time.
Connor. I have one. Remember last year we did the. I think it was in March or February. We said Cooper Flagg was going to the Mavs.
Yeah.
I've got my new one. You want? Should I release it, or should we do it right now at the end of the show? Dylan has to hear an NBA take. It'll be quick.
Yeah.
I think my new NBA conspiracy is that the Pacers sacrifice Halliburton in the finals to give OKC the title, so that they will be guaranteed to get AJ DeBanza in this year's NBA draft. Get the number 1 overall pick. We're finally going to see the worst team in the league get the number 1 overall pick, so they put all that crap to rest and everything. And we're going to see AJ, the best player in this draft, go to the Pacers. And the Pacers are going to be the Eastern Conference favorites immediately in year 1.
That East is wide open. Don't hate that at all. That's a good take.
Pointing that out there. Just want people to know.
That's a good take.
Just wait.
They
When
sacrificed
AJ
him.
DeBantis, saying, when they say with the first overall pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select AJ DeBanza from BYU. Just letting you know right now.
We'll come back to this clip on January 12th from the end of the NFL first round recap.
Yep.
There you go.
I have it on good record. Someone, boots on the ground in Charlotte, said that you were cheering for the Puka Nacua touchdowns
No.
as a BYU guy.
No, that was an emotional hedge.
Oh, okay.
I do that every Panther game.
Gotcha.
Emotional.
Interesting.
There. That's one way to hide the addiction. No, it's emotional.
That's good.
Okay.
No, yeah, I don't mean to drink that bourbon. It's an emotional edge. No, that Taco Bell I had last night, that's an emotional edge for all the time I've been going to the gym.
You don't do that though. Whenever your favorite team plays, I do. I always do one other bet on the other team just in case things go south, and I have something to like. Okay, I'm good.
Well, it helps when your favorite team has statistically the worst defense in NFL history last year.
Last year that was unbelievable. I mean, I could just take every 100+ rush yard prop ever, and it hit. But not anymore. Next year it sucks because I'm not going to be able to do that when they get 17-0.
I know. Runs through Bank of America.
Yeah. What runs through Nissan Stadium? Like Morgan Wallen?
Right now, it's some construction cranes. They're building the new one out in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New stadium coming.
All right. Well, that does it from us. Long show today. Great show. NFL wildcard reaction recap. We will be back tomorrow. We have Steelers-Texans reaction, and then we'll have college football national title preview. Imagine saying this before the season. Indiana versus Miami in the national title. Honestly, I'll give Dylan props. Dylan would not have said that's a crazy national title. So
A lot of things are possible. A lot
you
of things
were
are more
Miami.
likely to happen than we choose to believe as humans.
You know Dylan, Mr. Open-minded throughout all of this.
Can I say? I'm always open to new ideas and
See you other side.
progressive changes. Love progress.
yeah, love progress. Anyhow. That's it from us. Make sure to follow KarterKast on everything. Download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required at SeatGeek.com using code KarterKast at Connor_Sparrow at CarterB8 and at Wilkerson A. Dillon on Threads. Not going to make fun of it today because he's here for progress and looking for change.
Speaking of progress, real quick as we wrap up the show, one thing I forgot to bring up. We are in for a doozy when Bad Bunny performs at the Super Bowl halftime show. Because while I was seeing those ads during the Chargers-Patriots game, I kind of forgot that was happening. Facebook is going to be ablaze.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, get off Twitter, get off Instagram, get off Bluesky, get off Threads, get straight to Facebook.
We are in for a treat, and somehow they announce it in October, and I just pleasantly forget until we start seeing the ads. I'm like, oh, boy,
and then
we're in for a treat.
We're going to see a Truth Social tweet of being like, hey, this guy shouldn't be performing at our Super Bowl halftime. And
our country was great before.
Get me Jason Aldean. Try that in a small town.
But it's funny. Nobody complained when it was Shakira.
Well,
didn't Bad Bunny perform? I went back and watched the last 10
stage,
Super Bowl
right?
halftime performances, and Bad Bunny performed during one of these as a guest.
Yeah, it was in the Miami Super Bowl where like Shakira and I can't remember the other person's name.
J-Lo.
They're twerking on stage. Now the Christian moms were out in full force.
Oh, they were
out in full force. It was I don't want my kids seeing that because all these little Christian kids are seeing them twerking on there. They're like, what is this?
It is always something with the halftime Super Bowl show. No one's ever. You can't please everybody. Everybody's always got something to say about the halftime show.
Yeah.
But you know what I will say? I'm not going to out family like that.
I'm good with the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Hey, Kendrick. And Drake, for that matter. We're good.
Drake?
Wow.
Yeah,
Drake
I don't
do a
like
halftime
either.
show?
I'm done. I don't want either.
I went back and watched the last 10 Super Bowl halftime shows. I skipped through. I kind of forgot who performed or whatever. There were some really bad ones. Like Lady Gaga, not a fan of that halftime show. Justin Timberlake, not a fan of that halftime show.
The Coldplay, Rihanna, Jay-Z one.
See, I like the Coldplay one.
Shout
out Chris Martin.
Shocker of the century. Right
So,
there.
okay, hold up.
Shout out Chris Martin. Looks like Dr. House. What were you going to say, Carter?
It wasn't worth it. Let's get out of here. We've been going long enough. All right, make sure to subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.